It is a beautiful day at the Hoh Rainforest here in Olympic National Park. The sun is out and I am doing the Hoh River Trail. I'm going to be doing probably about 2.5 miles in and then 2.5 miles back on my way to Mineral Creek Falls. But I figured I would give you a few glimpses of this incredibly lush trail. It is not really that cold today. Probably going to get into the 50s. And at least for right now, I have this section of the trail to myself. So when I can, I will continue to provide future updates and make a video that is a little more complex so that you see different parts of this trail. So there'll be different segments, and right now here is a big fallen tree that I have to work around. So you can see, very muddy in places. I'll have to work my way around it. This beautiful redwood, amazing. I bet you've never seen a log on the ground like that actually being suspended above the ground by the branches. Just thought that was really cool. I actually had to go around it because of all that. Even though it's been a dry week here, it is still very wet here. No matter where I go here or how many times I see it, these moss-covered trees and branches just never get old. You can see some more up ahead. Of course, mud. It wouldn't be the Olympic Peninsula without mud. Mind a finger that just went past. But all these moss-covered trees, even when most of these trees, still keep green throughout the winter, their trunks are still kind of bare, but this moss always makes sure that there's green all around you. Hear the birds. That's the Hoh over there. I'm going to see if I can get a spot by it here soon and get you some views of that. Alright, I have found a little side trail here that is actually official, if you can call it that. It's not something that a bunch of people just made on their own, trying to get to their location, but this seems pretty official. And behold, the Hoh River. It's kind of nice how it opens up and gives you this wide open space in the middle of this very lush and dense forest. You hear birds singing and you hear the river, and that is all that you hear right now, other than my voice. So, really, really great spot. And this is all rainwater and maybe now starting to be a little snow melt working its way down to the ocean. So, I finally made it down to the river, found a trail that allowed me to get here, and you can see all around me it's just me and some guy that's fishing. You might be able to see him down there. No big deal. But this incredible river that's flowing here behind me is, it's definitely not a raging river, but it's just very peaceful and meandering along, and it's just calming to be near. So You know, it's going to be hard for me to go back into the rainforest when I got this incredible sight behind me. It's great sight and great sounds as well. So, but you know, I am only just under halfway to where I need to be. So, I will say goodbye to the Hoh River here and get back on the trail. So you know that parody show that Zach Galifianakis does from time to time, Between Two Ferns? Well, I think I got him beat by a lot. Because I am between a whole lot of ferns. On that way, looking towards the river. And looking away from the river, I am surrounded by ferns, so only two, not impressed. You know, over the last year or so, I've really seen a lot of parent logs, which I saw a lot of in redwood too. But what a parent log is a tree that has fallen over and died, and in what remains, a new tree grows. So what you have here is, you know, at the bottom, you know, an old tree trunk, and then, you know, you see the other tree growing up from it. But unfortunately, that tree is lost too, so it's like 2 generations here of dead trees that were one growing from the other. Here's another offshoot trail. I've probably encountered probably about a half dozen of these at this point that just shoot off and take you down to the river. So I'm getting to experience it from many different places upstream. Can't see too far up there, but you know, in one of the spots below, I did see Mount Olympus, and it was really covered with snow, so that was really cool. Alright, I'm about probably 3/4 of a mile past where I last filmed. Had you know, several groups of people around me at any given time, and you know, made it really difficult to film. Plus, as you can tell, I'm a little above the Hoh, so it's kind of going up and down, and I'm back above it. So it's getting a little rocky, not staying along the river as I had hoped. Here's a good shot of the Hoh from above. You can see that bluish green color to it that really makes it incredible to look at. It was really hard to see it in the light earlier when I was standing right next to it, but this offers a much better perspective on it. So, you know, I'm glad I was able to show it to you. Well, I made it. This is Mineral Creek Falls. I figure I'll give you a little bit of time to just take it in. Then I'm on a bridge, and you can continue watching it flow down into the Hoh. So I am back in the car. I just arrived back at the Hoh Rainforest Visitor Center, finished the hike. So overall, it was about 5 miles. Wasn't too bad. Some overall impressions of the trail. The first half, or at least the first third, were pretty easy. It was, you know, pretty level. It was close to the elevation of the river. It really wasn't elevation changes. And then as you got further along the trail, you had elevation gains, lots of ups and downs. You had, a lot more roots, a lot more rocks, so that made the trail a little more grueling. It wasn't a hard trail distance-wise or anything like that, but, it was just, after a while you got really sick and tired of seeing roots. I love trees, but I have determined I hate roots. And I can only imagine how much extra time and distance was put on the trail just by going around all of the mud spots and stopping and trying to figure out the best places to step or go around. In the last half of the trail, there were several large fallen trees that you had to either climb over or find a way to go around. So in the end, I think it was a really good trail. I feel pretty good. I'm sure I'll be nice and stiff by the time I make this drive back home. But, I think it was rewarding. The falls were, everything I expected them to be. It's a shame that I couldn't get a little bit closer to them. But as you are going to see from the pictures and the videos that I took there, that, it was pretty rugged. A lot of down trees, not really a trail that went up to it. There was a little one that sort of made its way, as far as I could possibly go. So it really would have been great to have taken some more gear on this trail, but I have found out that the longer the trails go, the less gear that I take. It's, for me, it was, I took the camera and, the smallest lens. So, but, if I had a better lens, I would have been able to, got better shots of the falls as if I was closer. Would have been nice to take out the tripod and get some long exposures, but, whenever you have a trail that's longer and, in this case, a little more, rugged, especially in the last half, taking all that gear just isn't for me. So, I did the best I can. I think I got some really great shots. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and, if you find a way to, come out to the Hoh Rainforest, you definitely should. It's a wonderful place to, just unwind and, really take in nature, because there's a lot of it here. It's very lush. It's very green. Just be aware that, whenever you do come, that, this is probably one of the most popular places in Olympic National Park. I got here around 10:30. The parking lot was maybe a third full. I got back now. It's, almost 3 o'clock, and the parking lot is full, and people are driving around trying to find parking spots, and I'm sure there might be somebody that wishes I would pull out right now. So, on that note, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you, watch it and get some inspiration to come out here and check it out for yourself. Thank you for watching.